All right, guys, we just got through Thanksgiving here, and I thought, we're going into the season where we need some serving trays, especially for you Americans that haven't had Thanksgiving yet. This is a very simple build. This is only going to take one 8-foot 1x4. I'm going to show you how I make it, but you can make it with using very little tools, so it's super easy to do, and it's got good profit. You want to sell it at markets or whatever. So, having said all that, let's get to it. All right, so here's pretty much everything we need to make this. We got a 1x4x8, so 3.5 inches wide, 3/4 of an inch thick. Make sure that whatever you're making is that it's no smaller than 3/4 of an inch thick, because if you get to 5/8, it really starts to get cuppy, warpy, whatever. Make sure when you're picking it out, it's nice and straight, because we do not want to have to do any running it through the table saw or planer or anything like that. We want to be good to go, nice and easy. Okay, so we're going to cut 5 pieces at the miter saw now. I'm not going to worry about cutting off the factory edge because it seems to be pretty rough by the time we're done. Okay, first 3 pieces. 24 inches. You think you can handle that? Probably don't put your tape measure here. Last 2 cut at 10 inches. 2 at 10 inches, 3 at 24. Okay, now I got to prep the boards before we do the assembly. So what I'm going to do, using a sander, I'm going to use a belt sander because I have one, but you can definitely do it with that. I'm just going to go around and I'm going to put roundovers on all around the top. And I'm just going to probably go down the corners too, but I'm going to leave the bottom flat. And the same thing with this, because it's going to go like this. So I want the bottom here to be flat so it sits nice against the boards. Nice and flat on the bottom, and then I kind of just round it. I'm probably going to straighten this out one a little bit, but just get it to wherever you want. But it's going to be a rustic piece, so there's no wrong way to do this. Anyway, when we come back, I'll be ready. So we had a mic failure here, and I'm going to do a voiceover to walk you through it. The bolts aren't long enough to go through both boards, so I'm going to drill the holes through the top breadboards, and then we're going to install the bolts in there, and then we're going to assemble it. So we're going to install the handles first, and then we're going to put it together. So center the handles on the breadboards, and drill your holes with a drill bit larger than what the threads are for the bolts for the handles. And then you're going to do a countersink. So put your drill on low speed, and drill a countersink that's just a little bigger than what the head of the bolt is, so it can be sunk under there like you see there, nice and flush. Okay, so there we have our bolts are in there and they're countersunk now, so there's not going to be a problem. It's going to set flat. Now you can totally avoid this step by buying handles that just screw from the top. So like anytime you do something like this, just make sure you get both of the bolts started before you tighten it down. It's just assembly 101. Nice and flat. It's right on there. Okay. So let's assemble this thing. Okay, so we're going to take our 2 top pieces and we're just going to set them aside. And we are going to laminate the bottom here. So I have them set out the way that I want them. I'm going to put pipe clamps down because it's the easiest way to piece them together. Okay, so I'm going to flip that one up. I'm going to flip this one up. I'm going to keep them in the order that they're going. I learned from doing the prototype here.